Wow, girls, what a treat to our ears. Thank you so much. Now, we will move to the next part of the program, that is speeches of students. First, I would like to call the little chump from UKG Mogra, Master Prathamesh Mahindrakar. Put your hands to welcome him. On the topic of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Clap loudly.
इसको बुरा ना पाठो बुरा बुरा त्याला कवर कर जस्ट तिथे थांबमध्ये
Honorable Chief Guest, respected Principal Madam, teachers and my dear friends. Good morning everybody. My name is Master Prathamesh Ashish Mandrakar. I am studying in UKG Mogra class. Today I would like to speak few words about Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. He was born on 14th April 1891 in Mahor district of Madhya Pradesh. Dr. Ambedkar is called the father of Constitution of India. His full name was Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar. He was first law minister of independent India. He was as usually known as the leader of Dalits. He was given the title of Bharat Ratna in 1990. Jai Hind, thank you.
Thank you, Prathamesh. Well done. Keep it up.
Next, I call the rising star of second Ruby, Miss Arohi Kalburgi, on the topic of Rajya
एक
Sabha.
मोबाईल ठेवा माझ्याकडे डिफरन्स बघता येईल मला.
Miss Arohi Kalburgi.
Honorable Chief Guest, respected Principal Ma'am, teachers and all my dear friends. Good morning to all. I am Miss Hari Ganesh Kalungi, studying in second Ruby class. Today I am going to speak about Rajya Sabha. Indian legislature has two houses. There are Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is the upper house of Indian legislature and it is also called as Council of States. The first meeting in Rajya Sabha was held on 13 May 1952. Rajya Sabha has maximum capacity of 250 members, out of which 12 seats are nominated by President. Rajya Sabha protects the rights of states. Vice President of India is the chairman of Rajya Sabha. With these few words, I end my speech. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Great Arohi, you gave us a knowledgeable information. Keep it up.
Next, a blooming flower of fourth emerald, Master Deep Kanchi. So please welcome Master Deep Kanchi on the topic of Lok Sabha.
and all my dear friends. I am Vip Venkatesh Kanchi. I am studying in 4th MRAT class. I am going to speak few words about the Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha, known as lower house of Parliament or House of the People. The Lok Sabha is the lower house of India's bicameral Parliament with the upper house behind the Rajya Sabha. Members of Lok Sabha are elected by adult universal suffrage. The tenure of Lok Sabha is 5 years. The strength of Lok Sabha is 552, out of which 2 members are nominated by the President. The Lok Sabha is more powerful than the Rajya Sabha. As of 2019, there have been 17 Lok Sabhas are elected by the people of India. Voting age was reduced from 21 to 18 years by the 61 Amendment Act 1988. Money bills can only be introduced in the Lok Sabha. The House meets in the Lok Sabha of chambers of the Samsad Bhavan in New Delhi. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Very good, Vip. Thank you.
Now moving forward, the next diamond of 6th Shakespeare, Miss Spandana Vadepalli. She is going to share her thoughts on the topic of fundamental rights and duties of citizens. Spandana Vadepalli, please come forward.
Hello. A warm morning to Excellences, Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Sri Srinivas Kondi Sir. A warm morning to Excellences, Professor Sri Srinivas Kondi Sir, Sri Amit Shriram Sir, and Ramesh Vidap Sir, respected Madam Teachers and all my dear friends. Myself Miss Pandana Ravikumar Vadepalli and I am from 6th Shakespeare class. Today I am here to give the speech on fundamental rights and duties of citizens. अनेकता में एकता इस देश की शान है, इसलिए मेरा भारत महान है. There are some basic rights which are very well known as fundamental to human existence and crucial for human expression. In the absence of fundamental rights, a man's existence would be worthless. So the political institutions' role and responsibility institutions' role are empowered and empowering the people, especially the minorities, to live in dignity with rights of equality and religious freedom. Fundamental rights have been classified into 6 categories, that are right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploration, right to freedom of religion, right to cultural and educational, right to constitutional remedy. First one, right to equality. It means every person should get equal share regardless of a person's status. Second one, right to freedom. It means freedom is power or right to act. Every person should get political freedom and civil liberty. Third one, right to exploration. It means a right not to be exploited. Fourth one, right to freedom of religion. It means a right to choose what religion to follow and to worship without interference. Fifth one, right to cultural and educational. It means a right of all sections of society that save their culture, script and language. Sixth one, right to constitutional remedy. It means any fundamental right is restored in case they are violated. Others might have forgotten, but never can I. The flag of my country flies very high. Being a citizen of independent India, some of the moral responsibilities and duties are: we must respect our national flag and national anthem, obey the laws of our country, protect the power, unity and integrity of the country, safeguard public places, pay our taxes with honesty promptly. With these few words, I end my speech. At last but not the least, I am very thankful to my principal ma'am and my class teacher Mrs. Gorke teacher for giving me this golden opportunity on this auspicious Republic Day. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Spandana. Very good.
Now, moving forward, I'm going to call Miss Javeria Sheikh from 9 Shelley to give speech on the civics duties of citizens.
A very good morning to Honorable Chief Guest of the Day, respected Principal Ma'am, teachers and all my dear friends. Myself, Laveria Sheikh, and I am from Standard 9 Cherry. Today I am here to speak a few words about civic duties of students towards the nation. We say that duty is the moral and legal responsibility of a student which she must have to perform towards the nation. It is a task or action needed to be performed as a job by each and every citizen of the nation. Performing duties towards nation is respect of a citizen towards the nation. Everyone must follow rules and regulations and be courteous and loyal for responsibilities towards the nation. We must take care of environment and keep it clean. We must raise our voice only when we see any kind of injustice. And also there are various duties of students as respect everyone, cleanliness and not to promote gender discrimination and many more. We must take responsibility for environment and take care of forest and wildlife and not unnecessarily waste the rich resources of nation. We must respect our national flag and national song and national anthem. Ask not what your nation can do for you, ask what you can do for your nation. With these few words, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you.
Next, as you all know, our Indian economy is based on the agriculture and farmers are the real wealth of the nation. On this topic, I would like to call Miss Ishita Tiwari from 8th Shani.
In mobile I will send to English. इकडे कमल टीचरकडं माझे डॉक्युमेंटरी आहे आणि गोडके टीचरकडं 6वीचे डॉक्युमेंटरी आहे ते दोन्ही डॉक्युमेंटरी इंजेक्शनला पाठवायचे.
Good morning to all, Honorable Chief Guest, respected Principal Ma'am, teachers and all my dear friends. I am Ms. Ishita Tiwari studying in Standard 8 Shelley and today I am here to discuss the given topic of farmer, the real nation builder. Farmers are the backbone of our society. They are the ones who provide us all the food that we eat. As a result, the entire population of the country depends upon the farmers. Be it the smallest or the largest country, because of them only we are able to live on the planet. Thus, farmers are the most important people in the world. Though farmers have so much importance, still they do not have a proper living. Importance of farmers. Farmers have great importance in our society. Since everybody needs proper food for their living, so they are a necessity in the society. There are different types of farmers and they all have their equal significance. First are the farmers who grow crops like wheat, barley, rice, etc. Since the maximum intake in the Indian houses is of wheat and rice, so wheat and rice of the cultivation is much in farming. Second are the farmers who grow fruits. Fruits are really important in the Indian houses and these crops, the farmers need to prepare soil for these crops as different crops have their own season to ripe. So as the different crops have their own season to ripe, so the farmer needs to have the great knowledge of crops and fruits. In addition, the farmers contribute almost 17% of the Indian economy, which is the maximum of all, but still a farmer is deprived of every luxury of the society. The condition of farmers here in India is very critical. We are hearing suicide cases of farmers every week or month. Moreover, farmers are all living a difficult life from past year. The problem is they are not getting enough pay. Since the middleman gets most of the pay, so the farmers get nothing in hand. Moreover, farmers are not having money to send their kids to school. Sometimes the situation gets so worse that the farmers are not even having proper food and living. As a result, farmers go for mine and they attempt suicide. Furthermore, the other reason for the worst condition of farmers is global warming. Since global warming is hampering our planet in every way, it affects our farmers too. Due to global warming, there is delay in season as different crops have their own season to ripe, so they are not getting nourishment. Crops need proper sunlight and rain to grow. So if the crops are not getting it, they get destroyed. This is one of the main reasons why farmers are getting destroyed. As a result, they commit suicide. In order to save farmers, our government is trying their level best. Government is provided with various privileges. Recently, the government has accepted them from all the loans and moreover, the government pays them an annual pension of ₹6,000. This helps them to at least have some earning apart from their profession. Furthermore, the government provides quotas, reservations to their children so their children get proper education. In today's world, everyone needs proper education so they get a chance to live a better life. at last, farming is a profession which has hard labor and effort. If the farmer isn't here, there would be no food, no fruits, no vegetables, and even some clothing materials like silk and cotton. There would be shortage of all of this. There would be no medicines, to lack of food and lack of oxygen and much more. Nowadays, there is a very bad condition of farmers, and from this speech, we do get how much a farmer is struggling and how much he is important for the country. And a farmer is truly a great warrior and the real nation builder. And with this, I would like to end my speech and I wish you a good day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Ishita, for your knowledgeable. Next, I would like to call Ms. Priyadarshini Devsani on the topic of civic duties of students towards nation.
Honorable Chairs of Padmashali Shikshan Sanstha, respected principal ma'am, teachers and my dear friends. I am Priyadarshini Ambadas Devsani from 96th year. Today I am here to deliver a speech on civic duties of the students towards nation. A country is a sovereign that occupies a definite territory with the constituents, individuals and the law of the country. Every country bestows some of the other kinds of rights on its citizens. The rights may be political, social and religious. It grants them all the necessary freedom and at the same time puts restrictions of certain activities, keeping an eye on the public, moral and health of the rest of the country. When the country grants some rights, it is incumbent to discharge certain duties towards the country. As countries' responsible citizens, as it is said, rights comes with responsibilities. In some countries, it is compulsory to observe and discharge certain duties, or failure of which there are certain penal provisions against it. However, in other countries, the duties are generally to be observed passively. The citizens of a country are valuable resource. They are responsible for the growth and development of a country. Thus, they should do all those duties essential for the well-being of the fellow citizens and of a country as a whole. We should make maximum utilization of every country's resources to serve our country into the future. An important thing is to be noted that patriotism should be taught in the child right from childhood. One should respect the national flag, the national anthem and the ideals and values of the country. One should be kind and considerate to the fellow human beings and work for the welfare of the country. One should work hard to eradicate all the social evils like gender discrimination, child labor, exploitation of people and children. Even if the circumstances demand one to give up on their lives, one should wholeheartedly give it without a drop of tear and hesitation. One should indulge oneself in various activities of a country to become responsible citizen. One should take part in the voting process and vote the appropriate candidate he thinks fit for the post. One should maintain unity and fraternity among the fellow citizens and one should maintain unity and fraternity among the fellow citizens and one should obey all the laws, rules and regulations prescribed by the state. One should take responsibility for the environment and take care of forest and wildlife and not unnecessarily waste the resources of country. As responsible citizens, it is necessary to follow all the legal rules and restrain voice when one sees or faces injustice. One should keep one's country clean and hygiene. One should always respect the freedom fighters of the country who given us the freedom we enjoy today. People should know that the duties are also very important for a nation to prosper. Thus, we should do all our duties towards the country. The country is after all our mother nation. It gives us everything we need for our survival. And our country's freedom fighters have granted us the living by giving up on their lives. The country where all the economic duties and social duties for the country, that country is more likely to prosper the most. And our country also deserves all the love and respect from us. It has given us every kind of freedom and resources needed to survive. Thus, our moral duty to fulfill few obligations. The duties of one's country need to be forced because it must come from one's conscience. In these few words, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you.
Well done, Priyadarshini. Keep it up. Please clap loudly. Now, I would like to call Ms. Aishwarya Kuntam to proceed this program.
Thank you, Manish. Now, without wasting time, the main part of the program, speeches by chief guest. So, I would like to call our today's chief guest, Srinivas Kondi sir.
So please.
Now I would like to call our today's guest of the function, Ramesh Vidap sir. Sir, please welcome to motivate us. Please everyone clap.
Good morning. Happy Republic Day. Hello. Good morning. Happy Republic Day. We are gathered to celebrate our Republic Day today. Here, Honorable Chief Guest Mr. Professor Kondisa is the HOD of the Political College, Samrat Chowk, and our Mr. Donors Trustee, Mr. Amit Shriram sir, and Honorable Principal Madam, and respected teachers, and their parents, and my dear students. This program is light telecast from our YouTube viewers of the parents and online students also. Today, pandemic period, last from 2 years, we are suffering from so much problems from our COVID. Nowadays, we have to maintain health issues from all the systems from SMS means use sanitizer, always wash and wear mask and social distance. This should be maintained from each and students and as well as our parents also. Dear students, from last 2 years we are suffering from this COVID. Students' education system is very problem. Our teacher daily continuing on online, even though today our students are not getting satisfaction from this online, because when offline is there, some students are not getting satisfaction. Why? Because all students are not equal. Some students are fast, some students are slow. This way, the students are getting very much problems online. Nowadays, there is very much problem, very much progressive in the online system also. But our students are not getting properly guidelines from us, because last 2 years back, our result is higher. From online system, we are getting 100% result, but satisfactory not result, because everybody is how they are passing. We know online system. Actually, how the students should be passed. No, 90 above is required, but online everybody is getting online 90%. That is not a way of the passing system. Nowadays, there is very more competition in the job opportunities, because they are our 9th standard students and 10th standard students are here only. Our basic knowledge is required on 8th standard, 9th standard and 10th standard is the basic knowledge, the basic foundation. This basic foundation is not good, then how will they get higher education in the future? Because 9th standard students are here only, offline is allowed for last 1 month. Before that, they are lost that education. Even though we are given online, but actually how will get results from offline, never get from this online. So I am requesting all the teachers also take more activities from our students and take time for our education, our students also. Really, principal madam is taking very much time for our students, more time sacrificing there. Even parents are not taking care, but our principal madam and teaching staff is taking too much for your education. They are sacrificing also their whole family disturbance also, because everybody health issues are there and everybody's family is financial. We are lost from last 2 years. Everybody is there, but even though they are giving time for our students, because you are the builder of the country. You are the future doctors, future engineers, future collectors. Whatever you want to ambitions, your dreams, your completion to be completed from your parents' dreams are there, your teachers' dreams are there. That you have to become a doctor, you have to become an engineer, you have to become a collector, you have to become a lawyer. Some teachers want to pharmacists, doctors. That way, everybody's parents are dreams are there, and our family members most interested about that, because they are sending here for the education. They have no, because our school is in premises is in the locality of the poor people area. Our students from not a high level education of parents. I know we are the parents of workers also. They are doing jobs, private jobs, not other school parents. The highly educated, but our school parents are not educated. Even though our teachers are taking more care, our family members are. So I am requesting to our parents to take for these 10th standard students, take care for 2 months from this situation, because COVID period is there. You take food, fresh food also required, and my request to all viewers of the online parents also requesting to our for the parent, you take our students daily care and take good food also, and take medicines regularly. Don't neglect any small diseases also, and take care about their students. And you are the future of the bright our Indians. This is our constitution. Now today your real heroes are that speech students are given. Master Prathamesh is given our constitution of the Ambedkar's constitution of India. He has given good speech. How running the Rajya Sabha, how the members conducting, and Rajya Sabha, what is mean by Rajya Sabha? She has given very much good information, and Mr. Master Dweep Kanchi has given Lok Sabha, how is conducting the Lok Sabha, who is the elected Lok Sabha, and how is running Parliament. And Ms. Spandana Vatapalli, she has given fundamental rights and duties of the citizen, which is given by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Constitution of India 1952, which is posted by the Babasaheb Ambedkar. What is the fundamental rights of the human rights? She has given very much information about this Constitution of India. And otherwise, Ishita Tiwari, she has given the farmer national real heroes, because who is the national real builder of the farmer is the real builder, because without farmer you can't live. They are giving food and they are the real heroes, and she has given very much good speech also. And Priyadashini Devsani, she is the given civic studies of the students. Every student should how to live. Civic students should, every student should not forget your mother, parents. You should not forget your teachers. You should not forget your motherland. You should not forget your matrubhasha, mother tongue. And you should not forget your gurus who are the giving the lifestyle, you are the giving the culture. You never be forget this 5 items in the life. That is the our civics of the duties of our own. And once again, I request to all these dear students, you complete, you fulfill your parents' dream and best wishes for your future education. Thank you. Once again, I wish you all happy Republic Day.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspirational words and motivating our speech students. Now, I would like to call our chief guest of the function, Honorable Shri Professor Srinivas Kondi, sir. Sir, please welcome. Please everyone clap loudly.
Good morning to all of you. Today we are celebrating 73rd Republic Day in our school. Today's president of our function, Sri Shriram, the donor of DRX Shriram English School. We are very much gratitude to his family because we are all here today. Today's trustee, Sri Ramesh Vidap, principal of our school, administrative dynamic, Ajita Pillai madam, respectable staffs, parents, students, and my dear friends. The flag hosting is very important in the Indian point of view. All those who have taken birth in India have to salute this flag. The flag does not discriminate anybody by caste, creed, rich, poor, educated, uneducated, touchable, untouchable. There is no discrimination under the flag of our India. We have to concentrate on our education, on our health, on our parents, because the future are the guiding principles we are going to get from them. Without these guiding principles, you cannot unable to reach the target which you have made in your mind. That is very important from the point of life of you. Therefore, always become the icon of this college. Always respect the Padmashali Shiksha Sanstha Trust, school on which you are studied. And do not forget this institution from where you have passed out, your teachers, your madams, your colleagues, your friends who are there, who are with you, sitting you, they will be remembered throughout their life. That is very important to the life we saw today. Because of the pandemic, which is facing all of us, the Indian economy has collapsed due to that. But not only the Indian economy, the education also completely collapsed because of this. Collapse means we are making many disturbances or inconvenience which has caused us to face, to give our message to the students or to communicate with each other from the students and teachers as we are going on during the class. Class is a good communication where we can see the student in front of us, we can find out what is the mood in the student, we can find out what is the nature of that, and we can communicate and give the lectures very properly. But it has become nowadays very difficult to give lectures on the online, because I am also feeling on the online it is very good for the technical students. But for the primary school and school, this online education is somewhat unfeasible from my point of view. But according to government norms, we are preparing, we are doing our best. We are giving the most output for that. Even giving lecture on online is not very simple. For one lecture, you have to give preparation for 2 hours. You have to prepare slides, you have to prepare notes, you have to go on a computer, sit on a computer. That is a difficult which is facing by all the staffs also. Staffs are taking also very more effort. And that is a result which I have seen on the students who are giving this good speech. The speech which is given by the students from Vatepalli, you can say, or Sheikh, Devsani, I can't remember, Tiwari, or Kalburgi, and even Pratmesh. The name Pratmesh was started, and the music also which was played by the student, by Dandi. All these students are more appreciable. The credit goes to the staff, to the teachers, to this institution. This is very inspiring and very good moment for me. I like to give you only simple advice. If you want to become successful in your life, only make 4 principles. First is that your physical health should be very good. Fitness is very good, physical health. Second is education. Third is social contact, means your family, your friends. What is going on in the world, that is social contact. You must know what is going on in the world, that is a social contact. Third. Fourth, spirituality. Spirituality life that comes at the last stage. But the 3 are important. Spiritual will make your mind calm. It will make your mind concentration. You will make your mind consistent. You will make your mind cooperative mind, so that you can success in your life. Thank you for calling on this event of Republic Day. It's very good pleasure to come to this school. Whenever invited by the principal, staff. Because of the COVID movement, we are not going to extend our lecture and stop here. Thank you very much.
Tell the board principals are said today to be success in life. Yes. First one? Physical one? Yes. Good health. Physical fitness, no? Yes. Second? Education. Third? Social contact. Fourth? Spirituality. With good character. Okay? Okay. First one again say? Physical fitness. Second one? Education. Third? Social contact. Fourth? Spirituality.
Thank you, sir, for your motivational words. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to hand over mic to our Vice Captain, Miss Aarti Kalagate.
Thank you, Aishwarya. Good morning, everyone. I am Aarti, the school vice captain. First, a thank for ma'am for wonderful opportunity. Before the vote of thanks, I would like to wish you a happy Republic Day. I feel a great honor and thankful to express my thoughts on this valuable occasion. I thank for our honorable chief guests for their valuable presence and adding extra charm for this function and share their thoughts with us. Next, I would like to thank our principal ma'am to be with us and motivating every time with her words and always to build and help our characters and manners. Now I would like to thank our special thanks to our parents who gave their valuable time for this function. Now I hold thanks to our lovely teachers. Without them, the program wouldn't be decorate. I thanks for our non-teaching staff to put effort and arrange everything for this function. At last, but not at least, thank you for dear students. Without their cooperation, this program wouldn't be successful. Now with ma'am permission, I announce this function is over. Thank you, ma'am. I want to hand over this mic to Kunivamu sir for Vande Mataram. Before Vande Mataram, the sweet distribution.
हाँ लाडू लेते समय इधर देखो इधर देखो इधर हाँ इधर 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 सामने देखो इधर सामने हाँ मेरे तरफ देखो लाडू लेते समय
Now I request everyone, please stand up for Vande Mataram. Stand straight and close the face. Speech students come here. Come forward. Speech students come first. Hurry up. Come forward. Hurry up. Ishita, where? Ishita, come. हाँ. Deep, Deep where? Deep. Speech students come forward. Disha where? Disha Gandhi. Gandhi come here. Come.
Continue that. Keep it up the challenge.
Now children, maintain silence. Be ready for Vande Mataram. Close the face, stand straight. I request to everyone, even parents, stand straight for Vande Mataram. एक साथ वंदे मातरम शुरू कर. Now children, एक साथ बैठेंगे, बैठ जाओ. Now you will get sweats on your place only, okay? Sit fast. Sit. Sit everyone. Students, you will get the space on your place. You should not be in a hurry. Wait for a while. Volunteers, come forward. Volunteers. Collect the laddus and give everyone. Fast. Come on.
Hey, wait, Shekhar.
Dr. Rajendra Prasad. December 3rd, 1884. Place of birth, Ziradei village, Siwan district, Bihar. Parents, Mahadev Sai, father, and Kamleshwari Devi, mother. Wife, Rajwanshi Devi. Education, Chakra Jela College, Presidency College, Calcutta. Association, Indian National Congress. February 28, 1963. Rajendra Prasad was the first president of independent India. His contribution to nation is much nationalist. Movement alongside Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel and Lal Bahadur Shastri, he was one of the prominent individuals who gave a lucrative profession to purchase a greater good of attaining freedom for their motherland. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was one of the chief architects in shaping the Republic of India. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, from age of 5, young Rajendra Prasad was placed under the tutelage of Mulali to learn personality mathematics. Later, he was transferred to Chakra Jila School and went on to study at R.K. Bloch's Academy in Patna, along with elder brother Narendra Prasad. A brilliant student, Rajendra Prasad stood first in the entrance examination to study at the University of Calcutta. He got awarded a scholarship of ₹30,000. He joined the Presidency College in 1902.
Good morning to all. I am Ms. Pooja from Standard S session. Topic on Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Dr. Bimran
This video is dedicated to soldiers who sacrificed their life for our country. The soldier serves the armed forces of the country. The importance of soldiers in India is very high. Defending and protecting its borders. Every country has its own soldiers for defense. The soldier is the most disciplined and faithful person in the nation. The soldier obeys the orders of his commanders. The soldier keeps lifelong vigilance controlling not only civilians, the security and the stability of the country also depend on them. He sacrifices his life bravely for his motherland. His life is not a bed of roses, it is a bed of thorns. The Indian Army gives the perfect example of gender inequality by recruiting women in different regiments of the army. The first women were appointed in the Indian Army when the Indian Military Nursing Services was formed in the year 1888. These women nurses have served the Indian Army in both World War I and II. A politician, a writer, a school teacher lived their own rules, looked through their own abilities, but the role which a soldier plays while safeguarding the Indian frontiers of the motherland is most important and unique. We all should proud of all our children. They conduct the rescue operation during natural calamities. The roles which Indian soldiers have played during the whole Indian war is exemplary. During the 18th war of 1999, our soldiers fought bravely and defended their country. In India's history, Kargil will be remembered for the 1999 tragedy. Actually, 2,000 terrorists illegally occupied the Kargil and developed the temporary posts at important areas. Indian Army came to know all these in mid-1999. To remove these terrorists, Indian Army started Operation Lok Sabha, after which Air Force followed with the Operation Vijay. Air Force destroyed the important coverings of terrorists with bombarding. It took 3 months to finish this operation. In this, 500 soldiers died and the government spent much more than the previous wars in Pakistan. India announced and conducted a surgical strike on 29 September 2016 against the launch pads of militants across the line of control in Pakistan administered Kashmir. The attack is supposed to cause no or minimal collateral damage to surrounding objects. Pulwama attack. The Pulwama terror attack occurred on February 14, 2019 when a 78-vehicle convoy was escorting over 2,500 CRPF jawans from Jammu to Srinagar. In this attack, we lost 40 CRPF jawans. Sukma attack. In major loss to our security forces, 22 jawans were killed and 31 were injured in the deadly 4-hour encounter with Naxals along the borders between Bijapur and Sukma district in Chhattisgarh. Manipur attack. The commanding officer of 46th Assam Rifle, Colonel Viktor Tripathi, his family, and 4 quick reaction team personnel were killed in an ambush by militants in Manipur. Chief of Defence Staff Bipin Rawat, he was the high military officer of India. He had a devotion to country. He was terror than the life. He was an Indian military officer. He was the first Chief of Defence Staff. On 8th December 2021, a helicopter in Kannur, Tamil Nadu, we lost him in this accident. 30 among others on board died in this tragic crash. The helicopter carrying a few senior officers was, along with Chief of Army Staff M.M. Naravane, was slated to participate in an event later. This short documentary is made by Mr. Raghavendra Gundu and Mrs. Kamal Pule, teacher, under the guidance of Principal Mrs. Ajita Pillai Madam.
Short journey back to the Indian history. The British had come to India in 1600 AD as traders in the form of East India Company. With the permission of the Mughal Emperor Jahangir, the British opened a factory in Civic, later in Mumbai. The company earned a huge profit and became richer. They also secured permission from the Mughal Emperor to collect the land revenue. The collection of high revenue by the British led the landowners to borrow money from moneylenders who seized their land on their failure to repay the loan. There was a widespread discontent and anger. In 1757, British defeated Nawab of Bengal. Gradually, the British took control mainly all provinces of the country. By 1839, they had seized Punjab, one of the dominant power, and brought the whole country under their rule. Herewith, the British Raj was born. Security. During the British Raj, there was unrest and discontent among the people of India. The newly introduction of cadets among the Indian soldiers who served under the British government, which was greased by the pig's fat, was the main reason for security. The Indian soldiers, both the Hindu and Muslim soldiers, refused to bite it while loading it in the rifles. Mangal Pandey was a prominent figure who protested the British against the same. Later he was arrested and hanged. The Sepoy Mutiny was violent and very bloody uprising against the British rule in India in 1857. It has been considered as the first outbreak of an independent movement against the British. Rani Lakshmibai, the King of Jhansi, was a powerful woman. To expand the British Empire and seize Jhansi, British declared war with Lakshmibai. Rani Lakshmibai had fought very bravely with the British troops. However, she was killed in the battle. Still, she is known for her bravery, perseverance, and her remarkable beauty. The first session of the Congress, the journey begins. On 28th December 1885, 72 social reformers, journalists, and lawyers congregated for the first session of the International Union at Golgotha Stage for Sanskrit College, Bombay. The conference was renamed later as the International Conference. The partition of Bengal. The division of Bengal carried out by the British and Muslims. In 1905, the partition of Bengal was made. Following this, the British encouraged the two communities, the Hindus and Muslims, to form political parties along the religious lines. Hindu moral reforms. More Indians were allowed into the administration. 60 elected Indians were allowed to serve on the Viceroy's Executive Council. The provincial council were enlarged. Indians could be the majority, but the officials were British. Separate electorates were provided for Muslims and Hindus. Morley appointed 2 Indians to his Whitehall advisors, and he appointed the Advocate General of Bengal as his law member. The reforms came into effect in 1909. Home Rule Movement. The Home Rule Movement was the Indians' response to the First World War and represented the emergence of a new trend of aggressive politics. Tilak released on 16th June 1940. He had the British war effort, believing that government would repay their help by agreeing the Indian demand of self-rule. Further, to create public pressure on British for this movement was started. Annie Besant and Balgandhar Tilak were the pioneers of this new trend. However, Congress did not support this, so 2 bomb rule leagues were formed. Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. The Jallianwala Massacre, also known as the Amritsar Massacre, took place on 13th April 1980. A large but peaceful crowd gathered at the Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar, Punjab, to protest against the arrest of two Indian independence leaders, Dr. Saifuddin Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal. In response to the public gathering, the British Brigadier General Dyer surrounded the bag with his soldiers. The Jallianwala Bag could only be exited on one side and its other three sides were enclosed by buildings. After blocking the exit with his troops, he ordered them to shoot at the crowd. Continuing to fire, even as protesters tried to flee, the troops kept on firing until their ammunition was exhausted. At least thousands on this fateful day, many children and women jumped into this well to save themselves from bullets of General Dyer and lost their lives. Chori Chora Incident. The Chori Chora incident took place on 4th February 1922 at Chori Chora in the Gorakhpur district of Uttar Pradesh. In British India, when a large group of protesters participating in the non-cooperation movement clashed with the police who opened fire. In retaliation, the demonstrators attacked and set fire to a police station, killing all of its occupants. The incident led to the death of 3 civilians and 22 policemen. Mahatma Gandhi, who was strictly against the violence, halted the non-cooperation movement on the national level on 12 February 1922 as a result of this incident. In spite of Gandhi's decision, 90 arrested demonstrators were sentenced to death and 14 to imprisonment for life by the British colonial authorities. Simon Commission. The Indian people were agitated and the movement for freedom grew stronger and stronger day by day. In 1927, the British government sent Sir John Seaman and some other members to find out the grievances of the Indian people. This was called the Simon Commission. It was an all-white commission and not even a single Indian was its member. The people boycotted this commission. When the commission came to Lahore, Lala Labat Rai and some other people greeted them with black flags and the slogan, Simon Go Back. The British police gave severe lathi blows to Lala Labat Rai and others. Lalaji was badly wounded and later he died. Salt March. The Salt March, also known as the Salt Satyagraha or Gandhi March, was an act of non-violent civil disobedience in colonial India led by Mahatma Gandhi. The 24-day march lasted from 12 March 1930 to 5th April 1930 as a direct action campaign of tax resistance and non-violent protest against the British salt monopoly. Gandhi started this march with 78 of his trusted volunteers. The march spanned 390 kilometers from Sabarmati, Assam to Dundee in Gujarat. Growing numbers of Indians joined them along the way. When Gandhi blocked the British Raj salt laws at 6:30 a.m. on 6th April 1930, it sparked large-scale act of civil disobedience against the salt laws by millions of Indians. Purna Swaraj. In December 1929, under the presidency of Jawaharlal Nehru, the Lahore Congress formalized the demand of Purna Swaraj or full independence for India. It was declared that 26 January 1930 would be celebrated as the Independence Day when people were to take a pledge to struggle for complete independence. Gandhi Irving Pact. In 1931, Gandhi met Viceroy Irving and signed the Gandhi-Irving Pact. Under its terms, the government agreed to release all political prisoners except those charged with the act of violence. The Congress, in turn, agreed to suspend the civil disobedience movement and participate in the second roundtable conference. Shahid Divas, the Martyrs' Day. The political parties boycotted the Simon Commission, and this was followed by a wave of demonstrations all over India. In Lahore, Lala Labat Rai was leading an anti-Simon Commission demonstration on 13 October 1920, when the brutal Nazi charge claimed his life. To avenge the killing of Lala Labat Rai, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev conspired to kill the police chief Scott, but they shot down the DSP J.P. Singers. who was killed on the spot. Later, they were tried in this Lahore conspiracy case, when they were captured after throwing bomb in Delhi Assembly. The great heroes Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru were hanged by the British colonial troops. The fourth Hutatma of Solapur. Hutatma is a salutation given to those brave freedom fighters who gifted their lives for the freedom of the country. Sri Mallappa Shetty, Sri Kurban Hussain, Sri Jagannath Shinde and Sri Kisan Santa were the four heroes of Solapur, fought with the British government to free their motherland. They were charged for the killing of two policemen during one of the strongest protests against the British in April 1930. The brave heroes were hanged to death on 12th January 1931 in the prison of Pune. Chandrasekhar Azad. Chandrasekhar Tiwari was an Indian revolutionary who declared himself as Azad, a free man. Henceforth, he began to known as Chandrasekhar Azad. He was an active member of Hindustan Republican Association. He was involved in many activities against the British. On 27 February 1931, the CID of the head of the police Allahabad, Sarnat Bhagat, and his policemen surrounded Azad in Allahabad Park and started to shoot him from all four sides. After a long shootout, all true to his pledge to always remain Azad, never be captured alive, he shot himself with his bullet. Government of India Act. On August 1935, the Government of India passed longest act, that is, Government of India Act 1935, and the British Act of Parliament. This act also included the Government of Burma Act 1935. According to this act, India would become a federation of 50% of Indian states decided to join it. They would then have a large number of representatives in the two houses of the central legislature. However, the provisions with regards to the federation were not implemented. The act made no difference even to granting dominion status, much less independence to India. Cripps Mission 1942. The mission was headed by Sir Stafford Cripps. As per his plan, an Indian union with a dominion status would be set up. A constituent assembly would be formed to frame a new constitution for the country. This assembly would have members elected by the provincial assemblies and also nominated by the princes. Any province unwilling to join the Indian Dominion would form a separate union and have a separate constitution. The transfer of power and the right of minorities would be safeguarded by negotiations between the Constituent Assembly and the British government. Both the major parties, the Congress and the League, rejected his proposals, and the mission proved a failure. Resolution for immediate independence. The Congress Working Committee meeting at Wardha, 14th July 1942, adopted a resolution demanding complete independence from the British government. It proved to be controversial within the party. On August 8, 1942, the Quit India resolution was passed at the open session of the All India Congress Committee. The Indian National Army. The Indian National Army, INA, was an Indian military wing in Southeast Asia during the World War II, particularly active in Singapore, that was officially formed in April 1942 and disbanded in August 1945. It was formed with the help of the Japanese forces and was made up of roughly about 45,000 Indian prisoners of war of British Indian Army. It was initially formed by Raj Bihari Bose, who headed it till April 1942, before handing the lead of INA over to Subhash Chandra Bose in 1943. Indian Constituent Assembly meetings. The Indian Constituent Assembly, which was constituted as a result of the negotiations between the Indian leaders and the members of the British Cabinet Mission, had its first meeting on December 9, 1946. The objective of the Assembly was to give India a constitution which would serve a lasting purpose, and hence appointed a number of committees to thoroughly research the various aspects of proposed constitution. The recommendations were discussed, debated, and revised many times before the Indian constitution was finalized and officially adopted 3 years later on November 26, 1949. Partition of India and Pakistan. The partition of India is the separation of India on August 14, 1947 and August 15, 1947 into the states of the Dominion of Pakistan and the Union of India respectively. India was separated on the day of gaining independence from British due to tensions between the Hindus and the Muslims living in the country. India gained independence after 350 years of British presence in the country. Indian Independence Act, the tax protocol. The Indian Independence Act was passed in 1947. The Act created 2 new independent dominions, India and Pakistan. The sun set on 14th August 1947 with the birth of new dawn at the sunrise of the next day. Yes, India woke up to freedom as the world slept on the midnight of August 15, 1947. The British Raj was thus ended after the long struggles and sacrifices of many Indians, including men, women, and children. Jawaharlal Nehru was appointed as the first Prime Minister of independent India, and Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the first President of Free India. It was a golden and historical moment for every Indian that our Prime Minister Nehru hoisted our national flag on August 16, 1947 at Red Fort, Delhi. This documentary about the Indian struggle for freedom from 1857 to 1947 is dedicated to thousands of faceless, forgotten, and unknown Indians who sacrificed their lives for their motherland. Their struggles and sacrifices went unnoticed. Salute my motherland, salute our national flag. Jai Hind.
हा आता बोलू शकतो.